Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
Browns open training camp this past Wednesday. First one open to the fans
Who's
yesterday.
one of the first ones in?
Oh, that's right. Some guy wearing a great GV artwork shirt for Stranger Things, but one random dude just yelling as
The
he
whole
walked
time.
in. And somehow he comes out of nowhere. You don't see him around the corner. And then somehow he ends up being the first one that goes by the camera, and he's the one getting the crowd hype. That is Always Positive Jay. He found his way to the front.
Oh, yeah. Thanks to my friend Rebecca. She was sitting up front from 8:30 in the morning. She called. She's like, hey, I have an extra ticket. You want to go? And I was just exhausted. I'm telling Tiffany, I'm like, dude, I don't want to go. And she's like, you're getting out of this house. You've been doing nothing but work, and you love football. Get out and go. I'm like, okay. So we get there, and she's way up front, right up front. She's like, just walk right up to the front. And I felt bad because there's this huge line down that road, and I'm just walking past all these people, and I just go right up to the front. The guy goes, oh, you guys are all going to be on camera. You're going to be on national television and everything. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be on camera? And that's how I got right up front when they said that.
Well, at least you have an outlet like here to get you used to that.
The only thing is, I wish I would have known that would happen because I would have totally wore our T-shirt. It's like, missed opportunity.
It's all right. He had the cards. He was passing them out. He's passing out the business cards for Voice of the Land today, too, at the golf course. So
yeah, Kevin tried calling me out. He's like, did you bring your cards? I'm like, yeah, I did. Did you? He's like, I'm working.
I was giving him crap. I was like,
don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. And I'm like walking by. I'm like, I'm not looking at you.
Well, he goes walking by with the dog chug guys, Ed in Columbus, Andy Manchin, and all those
Jacob
guys.
Roach, yeah, all those good guys.
All those good guys, and a lot of the people you see on Twitter and Browns Twitter, like the good side of Browns Twitter, the fun side
Nick
of
Carnes
Browns.
is one of the most positive Browns fans you'll ever meet.
Right, a lot of good people, and I see him, and I'm like, Jay, I thought we were going as a show to training camp. I thought we were going to make this a special thing. You get to go before all of us because I'm working and I'm behind the extended bleachers that they now have at the Cross Country Mortgage campus out there in Berea.
Which I love their setup there. They got a really good setup for fans.
I'm excited to see it because I've never been in a training camp.
Oh, you'll like it.
The setup for fans is great, and like the stuff you can do to interact and kind of keep busy throughout the day because
they have the 40-yard dash you can do. They have the high jump.
Oh, I won't be doing that.
They tried to talk me into it because they all race each other, and I told them, I was like, I'd smoke you, but I'm not re-tearing my Achilles for a 40-yard
well, my Achilles is still pretty messed up, so I'm not.
So I did the high jump where they hit all the tabs.
Yeah.
I almost got the top one.
Well, don't come to me for show content with that either. So don't come to me for that either.
We're not.
I've done those things in the past.
We're not racing each other.
But I mean, there is a lot of good vantage points for fans. But I mean, they have a lot of stuff to interact with, like we just said, because it's still practice. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
These guys, especially by next Sunday, they're going up against each other for a week and a half, 2 weeks almost. They're chomping at the bit to get into a preseason game so they can face someone else, really work on some things. So what you'll actually see versus being at a game, it's great for families though because the tickets are free. You got to claim them online, but it's still a nice event that families can get to go to without having to spend an exorbitant amount of money and get the kids kind of interacting with the players. So it's a great event.
Even like the food and drinks there aren't like ridiculously high like a stadium.
No.
Like it's all reasonably priced too.
No. But I mean, where I'm working at, I can't see anything. I'm behind these huge bleachers. I can't see anything. So I thought we'd have like the first look at the team all together. So I had to give him a hard time, Peter. So as he walked by,
good, he needs that.
But humble me a little.